like that sound of the whooshing air. Yeah.
It's like that famous phrase. I love deadlines. I like the whooshing noise they make as they pass.
Yeah. Fred, you okay with that? You go with that? It's always weird to me. I'm like, is it little Fred or is it big me in this shot? I don't know what's going on there.
That depends how your ego's feeling on any given moment.
How are you doing today, Rory?
I'm doing good, my friend. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm like, I noticed though, I'm like still experiencing post-traumatic stress from my near-death experience over the weekend, which I talked about on yesterday's show. Yeah, today I tried to flip an omelet and I couldn't do it. I was so mad. I like threw the omelet down the trash and then went out for a walk. I'm like,
oh, wow.
I couldn't get a good flip on it. It just folded over and I was just so mad. And I was like, why am I so mad? It's and I already have this thing about food loss. I don't like, if I lose food, it's one of the things I'm deeply sad about. And for some reason, in my fury, I threw the egg down the disposal. Could have given it to the dogs. Could have given it to anybody. And
you weren't feeling particularly predisposed towards the dog at this moment, though.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, that's so uncharacteristic of me. I bet it's the, whenever you have a really super stressful experience, you have these kind of reverberations of kind of emotional intensities until you work it all through. So apparently I haven't worked it all through. I'm still like triggered by my dog. My dog came up to the bed and is like, like that. And I'm like, no, it's too soon. You can't claw
What I
me.
really loved was the huge amount of clear sympathy you were receiving there from Karen as you explained that.
What, yesterday or when?
No, just a moment ago. There was I'm still suffering PST or whatever you said, followed by an absolute huge laugh from off screen.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Were you laughing? Oh, yeah, she was. That was not your most empathetic response.
When I said what?
When I said that I was a poor, fragile, cold child standing outside your door, and I just wanted a hot cup of cocoa, and you laughed and closed the door in my face. That's what just happened live on Twitch, kids.
I mean, clearly it could have been a coincidental kind of experience, but,
All right, so anyway, Fred's here with us today. Fred, you got any plans for today? All right, that's all he wants to contribute. I'm going to, because I'm going to be respectful of my emotional state. I don't want to break any omelets as I try to flip them. I'm going to do something that I kind of want to do that I know is likely to be very easy, but it's something that I want to do and it's going to give me some big bang for the buck. And so it goes like this. Let me give you an example here. We'll come in here with Fred and say Fred's going to use his great axe and he's going to roll, give him advantage and roll the attack. So all this is part of what is working and how we're expecting things to work. But at the end of the roll, right here, he says hit, but I want him to say 17, and I think I want him to say 17 before he says hit. 17, hit, like that.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. There's a little bit of complexity here if we want to get this right, in that we have to figure out how long it takes to say 17 and then play the other sound after we're done. But we could also fake it because most numbers can all be said in 2 seconds or less. So we could kind of do that. I could also do a list of the files. These are like the new numbers. I just recorded these before the show this morning. Let's see if we can come up here and do a length and sort by length here. And the longest number is 4 seconds long. So yeah, we could do, most of them fall into this category though here. And we can also, we've written code before to figure out how long it is. So we might do that as well. So, so that's kind of what we're looking at. I've got the numbers here. If we look at the numbers, sort them, I've got the numbers 1 through 21. Not all of them, and for each one of those, I've got 3 variants, an A, B, and a C. Okay, just so that it doesn't sound, mechanical. It sounds a little different.
It's that whole organic, give it a bit of life, make it feel real kind of thing.
Right.
And again, we've done that before by changing sizes of graphics, speed of some of them,
color,
and things like that. So all those little variations, they really help. So you just recorded 3 copies of each, and slightly different.
Yeah, we're talking about this right here.
Yeah.
Right, where these all kind of look and feel like different and organic from each other, but it's the same animation across the board on all of these. So, yeah, that's what we're talking about. Do you love how, just at a push of a button, we can bring in characters? I am Ruckus here. Is this .NET, is this the .NET framework or Core? We have got a couple different things in here that are doing different things. Here we go, .NET Core 2.0 up here. Whoops. Cannot move. What did I think I hit? That's not what I wanted to. I think I hit remove or rename, and I wanted properties for some reason. There's .NET Framework there. So a little bit of both. I think here we've got .NET Framework here, and then we've got some TypeScript as well. So that's what's going on there. Flav Creations is out there. Flav Creations, I'm adding you to my list, my fanfare list here of things I want to do, because I've seen you enough times. It makes sense. Flav Creations, design patterns. I might as well add you as well while we're at it. Add you to my to-do list. Design patterns. And speaking of which, yay, I finally get a fanfare. Speaking of which, design patterns and Flav Creations. Let me know what you want. Like this guy Funk says he does jujitsu, and suggested maybe someone gets choked out in the shadow realm. I don't know. We'll see. It's a family show here, but let me know, Flav Creations, if there's inspiration. You want to give me inspiration for your fanfare?
Any themes? Any ideas?
Yeah, it can be themes, ideas, or you can point me to a picture or point me to something else.
I mean, we got clues from Mr. Smoothie, who said, "I like trains and Lego." And sure enough.
Yeah, that's right. We got it. So let me know. Same thing with you, design patterns. I don't think Firepower's out here yet, but let me know what you want. So Flav Creation says, "Rawr." Yeah, we can do that for sure. And would you be okay with that being like a tiger-like, from a real tiger, or would you like more a wolf? Okay, there we go. All right, cool. And I wonder if it makes sense to do like a wolf-like image. I think you're probably okay with that, I bet. Is that right, Flav Creations? Let me know.
All I can think of now is the 3-Wolf Moon t-shirt meme that took off a couple of years back. Did you ever see that?
Let me think about that. 3-Wolf? No. Moon? No, I haven't seen it.
So there was, I don't know where it started, but certainly I caught wind of it. There was a product on Amazon, which was just this t-shirt with these 3 wolves and a moon that they were howling at, and it looked all right. But evidently everybody just went a little nuts in the comments, claiming how it had given them magical powers and all of these fantastic side effects that have just revolutionized their life.
I'm going to throw a moon in there then too, I think. I'm going to have a wolf and a moon. That's what I'm going to do. And the rar. That's my inspiration for yours, Flav Creations. Design patterns, let me know too. If you want something, I'm like thinking about the Gang of 4 book, the old one, for design patterns, but let me know. Screech Rat. Oh no, I don't know if I can do Screech Rat or not. I'm going to add you here anyway, just in case. Got my list of new folks out here. The reason I'm not sure about that is because my wife is deathly afraid of rats. So anything I do with rats, she's going to be like, let me know. This guy Funks is with us out there. How you doing? This guy Funks, glad to have you with us. Okay. So anyway, that's my fanfare list for things that I want to work on for there. Let's see. Let us know if you have any other questions if you're out there. Interesting. I have some ideas. Give them to me, design patterns. Let me know what they are. It can't hurt, right? You never know.
What could possibly go wrong?
Freckwork's here. Did anybody see me? It's really got wet in my office all of a sudden. Oh, it's some ice for my drink. Just let me get a little bit of that ice. There we go. Frackbird. Maybe I should have made it snow. I think I should have made it snow, Rory. After the
sure. Why not?
Just a little bit of snow after he hits it like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking about. All right.
That's a nice effect, that.
Okay. So let's figure that out. We want to make sounds. We want to see what the number of the die is after the roll occurs. So we're going to be down in TypeScript is where we're going to be. Like I said, I've got these pre-recorded versions of the numbers. And I've got actually some remaining numbers I haven't done anything with yet, but the remaining numbers, at some point as we get into the 30s, I stop doing 3, and I'm just going to do 1, because the chances of getting 2 numbers that high are really low. And there's sometimes when you roll like a 100-sided die, so you still need numbers going all the way to 100. And I thought a lot about combining the tens digit with the 1 digit in separate audio recordings, but making it sound good. I didn't want it to sound like 21. I wanted it to sound like 21. So I give that a lot of thought, but ultimately I thought, you know what, I only need numbers up to 100, so I can just record one of each.
It's the kind of optimization you definitely consider when you're going to stick to more than just the 3 digits. 999. Yeah, I don't think you need to do those individually. But as you say, this level, you can just about do that.
Yeah. Frackberg is saying work and lurk, but it doesn't seem right to not crash into the iceberg. You're right, Frackberg. This guy Funk says Flava Flav, and Flake Christian says definitely do not make it that. But Flake Christian says this guy doesn't funk. Is that? I'm not sure what that means, Flake Christian. Is that supposed to be?
That's a reference to this guy funks and this guy doesn't funk.
Oh! You guys are going after each other, aren't you? Oh no, wait. He's talking. He's pointing to himself, I think is what he's doing.
Yeah,
I got it.
Indeed.
Okay. All right. So that's kind of what I want to do. I've got it in the new numbers folder. I'm actually think I'm going to rename this for now to old numbers. I listened to these. I recorded these a long time ago, and I didn't like them. So I decided, and also they were inconsistent, and I just decided to record a new set of numbers. Okay, cool. So that's in sound effects announcer numbers. That's where those sounds are. Why does everyone think I'm evil? Says Flavor Creations. That might be my inspiration. What'd you say?
I don't. That's fine. I have no such belief.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Okay, so let's jump down into our TypeScript file. Let's get some CodeRush music going up here. I call it CodeRush music because we built it on the CodeRush stream. It's part of this overlay. It's got music on it. The music's actually right behind Fred. I think I can make Fred disappear, and me too. There's the music player. I'll be back, and so will Fred. We're both okay from after teleporting, right, Fred? You good? Yeah. Okay. We need to figure out when the role is, when we determine what the role is. And as I recall, we kind of figure it out in the dice roller when it stopped, but then we go to the dice layer to report on it.
Okay.
What we're looking for, I want to see if what I've got in, if I just search for hit.
I was going to say, you must have something that's reporting that hit already or triggering that existing piece of audio.
Yep. But I got so many things with hit in it, so much noise. Let me tap the control here and say only in this file. Will we get any better? Was critical hit? That might be important if I search through this. Steals damage, we report it there. I thought I had a critical hit piece that I would be that I would play the sound for, but I don't see it. Got some log stuff I'm sending out here. I don't think I need that. I'm going to comment that out.
Well, you've got data there that says was critical hit. Are you reacting to that a little further on?
No, I've tapped all the way through it. Let me fix the music. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, I was wondering if it was a little loud. It felt a little loud to me, but I have a completely different. How does that sound, guys? If we do that,
that's not too bad.
Are you listening to the stream, Rory?
I just grabbed a bit of the stream. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think I am a little louder than both of you.
Really? You're louder than me? Let me see. Check. I added an alarm to check the
testing.
My mic volume, but I didn't do it today. I Should have followed what the alarm said. No, it's at 57, the same as where we were
How's
yesterday.
that, chat room? Does the combination of myself, Mark, and the music ring reasonable at the moment?
Check, check, check. That's what we want to know. Yeah, it's not working that way. Let's look for just the word hit. Let me also follow my intuition. My intuition says it's called report, roll results. Somewhere in here. I know we've got a visual report here. Play announcer commentary.
Mm-hmm.
So we looked through these before. Some of these work and some of them are just empty. Play attack commentary. There we go. The D20 roll value. That's what we're looking at right there.
Yeah.
We need to create a new. I think I want to call this play number is what I want to call this. I'm going to create a very special play number is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pass in the number. I'm going to pass it the folder where the numbers are located. I think that's fair to do. I'm just wondering, should that be hard-coded into it? And I don't think it is going to be. So we're going to say that. Critical hit. I want to go look at critical hit a second. Announcer critical hit. Okay, so here they are. The 21 critical hits right here. I'm using this play random, but I've got other things here. I've got play, is there an MP3? In. And I can pass it, the 21 like this, as a string. So that play random was old kind of thing. And then I just need to say how long. So we could say like this. Maybe let's do this. Let's create a constant here called time to play number. Milliseconds, and I'll set that equal to 4,000 for now. But we can maybe come in later and figure out how long it took to say that number.
Yeah.
In fact, if play number returned it, woohoo! Wouldn't that be awesome? Like that. All right, so let's try that. And then, so now we're going to play MP3 in I want to do the same thing here down below. I wanted to get all of these play randoms and change them to just max damage of 12. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Here, I just want to copy from here to here. And I'll fix those in a second. Okay. And then spectacular miss. We want to do the same thing here. And all of these are kind of, I don't have a great word for this, but they're kind of like siblings in terms of logic, right? It's this block, this block, this block. So all this time to play MS, time to play number MS kind of thing is the is going to be needed in all of them.
They are sequential siblings.
Yeah.
As they say, siblings of an earlier item in their communal sequence.
What's really interesting is I have code here that's actually going to play the miss once I get the miss recordings in there, but they're not in there yet. So it just says there are 0 random pieces in there. So I'm making these calls, figuring out it's 0, and then doing nothing is essentially what's happening. But the cool thing about that code is that all I have to do is throw those in there. All right. 9 here. 25 here.
It's a shame you don't have an overload of that takes the third parameter and just adds it to the end of the second one with the parentheses around it. Mostly done now, though.
It is not a shame because I don't really want to go there. I don't think I have a lot of these, and I really like this syntax better. So I want to change these anyway. I'd like to deprecate that method. Okay, so that looks like we've made all of those changes. Now we just got to come up with plain number and implement that. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh geez, what happens if we get this done in like a minute? Now what do we do for the rest of the show?
You can cheat and test it out with literally just, I don't know, 2,500 milliseconds or 3,000.
Oh sure.
It's a fixed fact.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that. I was thinking about coming in and saying, let's return a 4,000 from it. Is what I was going to do, like that. Are you saying just stop there and don't even play a number?
No, I mean, we still want to ideally play something, but rather than do a calculation of how long this is, you get a sort of a rough guess that it's all working by delaying 4,000 and then just, playing the number first and then delaying 4,000, returning 4,000.
Yeah.
Some of those words in another order probably makes more sense.
So, yes, now I'm with you. So let's see. If number, is this going to work for me to use it as, yeah, it looks like it is. I can use a number called number. Maybe let's call it value though, so we don't freak people out. All right, so if value is less than, I don't know, somewhere around 30, I think, then we have, let's do this, num values, num files, num MP3s, MP3 files. And we're going to set that equal to 3 maybe, and then we'll say, hey, if value is greater than 30, then num mp3 files is equal to 1. There's a nice coders template called S1. It takes what's in the clipboard and sets it equal to 1. There's also S0, S-1, that sort of thing. And now we need to figure out the additional suffix on the end of it. So then we want to say dice sounds, is that us? Hold on, did I make a mistake in this? Did I put this in the wrong file? No, I didn't. It's in dice sounds. Okay, so let me just scroll up. I want to see what this thing is. There it is right there. It's a sound manager extension. Well, if it's dice sounds, guess what? I don't have to send the the path in, because we're going to know where to get that. So I'm just going to change it to this. And file to play is equal to, I'm going to make this a let, and it is equal to this numbers slash, and then can I get this in? I think I can actually get this as a constant, as a single calculation, a single line, if I put it down lower. Safe Play MP3 is the other one that I want. Safe Play MP3, file to play. No compare hash threshold. And then we need a to-do here, and I need to fix this here. But my to-do down here is get file duration. And I want to, I think I'm going to need to send some console messages out is what I'm going to need to do. So my file to play is, I don't know, I keep going back and forth here on this. File to play is equal to this, and then we're going to have the value. That's going to give me a toString right there on that. And then we're going to follow that with the suffix. The suffix is going to be like an A, B, or C.
Yep, but only in cases where it's not in excess of 30?
Yeah, exactly. Location is not available. Okay. Interesting. Do I have another folder up? Interesting. I renamed it and I can't get back. Yeah, I just want to show this. A, B, or C, like that. That's what the suffix is on all of those. Okay, so we got to figure out the suffix. And so I think it goes like this. If num mp3 files is equal to 1, then the suffix is equal to an empty string. Sorry, suffix. Like that.
Yeah.
Else, if num else suffix is equal to random dot max, int max, I think I had in there, int max of num mp3 files. That's going to give me a number between 0, that's going to give me a 0, 1, or 2, which I now need to turn into an A, B, or C.
Okay.
And, you know, I used to be able to do this when I was a kid. I used to know ASCII stuff, and I can kind of do this in C#, but in TypeScript.
Why do you make a string that's A, B, and C and take the positional substring of it?
All right, let's try
That's
it.
a kind of crazy way of doing it.
We're going to say the suffix map. I like it. Jetsom's coming in here.
Hey, Jetson.
It's a little low today, though. I'm feeling a little cramped with my coat. Gee, come on, Jetson. Yeah, the ASCII 685. I was thinking about that too. But Rory's got this kind of interesting idea, which I like.
You could just add the 65 to whatever the value is and then get it back, yeah?
Everybody's coming in. Coding Gorilla and Jetson seem to like to come in together at the same time. Rory's idea is the best as Coding Gorilla.
Well, it's an idea.
I
don't
like
know
it.
about the best.
I like it. No, I think it's good. It's great.
The great thing about programming is that there's always more than one way to do something.
That's
So
true.
you don't have to constrain yourself necessarily to the first thing you come up with.
Last night, I was working with the kids on math, and I presented a problem to them. And I remember there was like, after I presented, I said, there are 3, we'd been working on the whiteboard, and the whiteboard's flat on the table. And I said, there are 3 ways to solve this problem, and there are clues for each of those 3 paths on the whiteboard. And the kids are like, what? Looking down like this, right? Trying to figure it out. But it was very cool to watch them, right? It's kind of cool to watch somebody say, okay, I'm going to choose the path. They don't quite see the whole path yet, but they lean in the direction, and then they find their way through and they get it, right? Maybe completely oblivious to the other possible paths, which is often the way I code, Rory. I'll lean in a direction, I'll find a solution, and I'll be like, good, done, bake it. But I do like this. That's one of the things I really like about doing this show with you, is that often I'll be like, oh yeah, or folks in the chat room will be like, hey, let's do that. Does TypeScript have real enums? Yeah, they don't really. You kind of have to fake. There's a lot of weird things you have to fake to get those pieces to work. I don't know. I'm doing this as if I'm expecting this to go beyond 3, but maybe that's ridiculous. We'll just do that, and then we're going to say the suffix is equal to the suffix map of the random. And now all of a sudden we've solved the problem, right, Rory? Does that feel like
That's
the finished
the theory.
code? Okay. Looks like it's saying we don't need the number. And then we got to get the file duration. So there, at least this may play the sound.
The only question I'd have is over the int max. The value we pass it is 3. Are we going to get an int max that is guaranteed lower than that?
Yeah.
Or do we have to subtract 1?
No. Pretty sure when I wrote this, I'm doing a math floor of math random times the upper bound. Math random gives me a number between 0 and I think less than 1, as I recall. You'll never get a 1 from math random.
Okay.
You can check me. You can check that.
All right, we'll have a look.
I'm like, I didn't mean for you to go do that. I believe that is correct.
Just gonna wait here whilst I click some.
Well, yeah, ask the question, my friend. I'm pretty sure. Coding Gorilla confirms and says, I believe that is correct. So
then I'd be willing to trust Coding Gorilla. He's pretty reliable.
Okay, I see where that's going. You're willing to trust Coding Gorilla. I got that. Okay, but your fingers type frantically on the internet when I assert something.
I did not know what the implication of int max was, because it could be int with a maximum value.
I know that, but you clearly know the implication of trusting someone who may not be right. That's why your fingers were so fast, Roy. Yeah, kids, you could be witnessing the breakup of Mark and Rory on the Mark and Rory show. All right, so let's go refresh that and see if that works. Let's see what we got there. Here's the dice layer. Should only need to refresh that layer. There, I've refreshed that page, and now send it to data, so it's all initialized. And now let's go. Mr. Spoopy's in the house. All right, Fred's gonna take that. He's gonna roll some dice.
Chop a dragon in half.
Let's see what happens. I thought I gave him advantage, and now he only rolled 1 die.
5.
Okay, but he didn't say hit.
Somebody's not very serious about doing the damage.
Oh, he did kind of do it. He did kind of talk about it. It wasn't. It said it was a hit. I didn't hear hit, but we heard a commentary on the damage instead.
Yeah.
Let's go look at where play number is. So that's that 4 seconds. It did come. It was just 4 seconds there. I just realized that I have. So if the total damage is equal to max damage, if it's more than, and if it's less, then we're going to say hit. So we comment on the damage if it's in this space. Now I just realized that I have. I think I've got some bad words in these right here. So for the purpose of our family show, I'm going to comment out those so we don't hear any bad words. Wait. I think I've got something in here that checks to see what the time is. Do I have... Let's go to the whole solution. Do I have the word likely? There we go. Where is this? In the dragon front game, in the back game. Here's what I'm doing. I'm checking to see if we're likely in the morning Code Rush show. And if that's the case, then I'm going to skip all of that. So I think I'm just going to copy this code right here and say, hey, if we're likely here, what's my problem? Oh, I need... I need to do something here like this. And then if we're likely in the morning Coder show, then I just want to do this. Otherwise, I want to get in and I can do all of this. So that way we won't hear anything that'll scare us or be scary. Okay, so if we're likely there, we're going to do that. So now we'll see the hit. The hit's just coming in late, that's all. So let's refresh that and try again on that. I do like that I heard the number 5 though. That was exciting to me. All right, let's do it again. Roll. I've got advantage. Is it coming out with advantage? No. Got a bug out there.
8. That is a hit.
So 4 seconds. So we need to get that time closer and tighter. That's what we need to do. Do I have in the sound manager that ability already? Somewhere in my code, I have the ability to get the length of the song. And I wonder, I just don't remember what it's called. I want to say length.
Possibly duration.
Duration. I think you're right, Rory. Get duration. That's not what I want. No. Sound. Duration. Seconds. Sound file. Oh man. Let's see. The back game has got the music, I think. If we update music players, crossfade player. True volume. Act on new volume. As I recall though, Rory, you can't tell the length until after it's an asynchronous result, is what it is, as I recall. You can't tell immediately. It comes back later, and so that's a little tricky. Let's in here though. Let's just look for duration. Here we go. Yeah, this is it right here. So we do add event listener to load metadata. And when we get it, we can now we can determine its duration. So what we could do is we could add an event listener to this, and once that plays, then we could execute the other code that does the follow-up on it. I think that's how we would do it. So what we could do is have it simply return the active song, and then from there we can hook it. I don't know. What do you think about that?
Sorry, Mark. I've just been distracted by
no
messages
worries.
coming in.
No worries. I just realized I asked.
Someone's trying to ring me.
I
trying
realized,
to tell them to go away.
I realized as soon as I finished the question. Oh wait, I've been hearing him typing. He's probably typing or something. Poop to snoot. What? Oh, it's a movie. I missed a question you asked earlier. If I wanted to report a bug for CodeRush, where would I send that to you?
I sent him a link there.
You did? Okay, great,
Yeah.
great, Roy. Thanks so much on that. Hey, feel free to jump in and just point those things out as we go. Screechrat says, if you make all these intros for us, the stream time slot will be filled with intros. That happens sometimes. It's fun though. I don't mind it. And if it gets too crazy, we'll just, we'll limit you to one intro a week or something like that. But it's totally doable now. I like it. Plus, how am I supposed to get my exercise if I don't dance, right? During the day. Karen, you don't have to jump in. She's like, you can lift weights, please. And she's like, showing pictures of who's it? Jason Momoa, Iron Man, all of the, look at the muscles. Oh, she's in. Pump iron, she says. Are you kidding me? Oh, all right, I'll pump iron. You made me fall in love with you again, honey. Yeah, it's true. I can't promote the Dancing Academy if I don't dance. That's right. That's the Mark Miller School of Dancing. That's right. Jetson says, what, dance time? What do you mean that's it? Karen's like, is that the extent of your exercise plan? That was it? That was your exercise plan? Oh, honey. Gonna have to have a talk with her. Also, cut down her internet so she can't get access to people wearing these fake bodysuits with all these muscles. My brain has already associated this music with Rory leaving. says Pudding. I can feel her eyes rolling.
We're a little way off that just yet.
Oh yeah, they're rolling. They're rolling.
Good, then they're effective.
And so Pudding gets instantly sad when he hears that happy dance music. Because he thinks you're going to leave, Rory. Okay, so that, I just copied this. We just need to get active song. Safe play MP3, return audio. I think we can probably comment out this and this as well. Is that true? I think it is. Let's say yes. What's going on here? Oh, it was used before it was defined. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Const. And const. I just need to make sure that the let me hit escape to jump back to where we were. Play MP3 in, no, play number. I want to make sure the play number returns the sound. It's returning the length. I don't want it to do that anymore. I want it to return the safe MP3, return the audio. It returns a true or false. Oh. All right, we're going to call safe MP3 return audio is what we're going to do instead of calling safe MP3, safe play MP3. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to say play number is going to do that. And the file to play, there's no compare threshold for this. Compare threshold is just how much time needs to pass between the last time we tried to play this and this time, so that we don't get this massive overlapping of sounds. And then we're going to say return audio. That means our return result here is that. Play number is here. Then we're here now. This is now going to be, it's going to come down here and get my number there. And this is going to be the audio. Like that. And we'll figure that out later. Then we're going to say audio dot what was it? Add event listener. Let's see if I can just find the code on the clipboard here. Where is it? No? Did I not copy it? Thought I did. Look at my dance workout program. She's like, how about hand weights? You could have hand weights. Honey.
Release an exercise video where all the devs around the country, various countries, are just in sync with you with the same dance moves.
It's cool. Yeah, we could do dance show. Yeah, there's a fanfare I haven't seen in a long time. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time too. Part of the reason is Codebase Alpha is usually here super early. Smoothie says that would be cool. Nice. And my singing too. Mark Miller School of Singing. La, 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 la,
Singing, dancing, acting, the whole media.
Is in the house.
Copper Beardy is in the house. Screech Rat's worst nightmares coming true. He's like, if you give us all fanfares, we'll just be watching fanfares all day. That can happen. It's fun though. It
Design
breaks things up.
pattern says Dance Rush.
Dance Rush, nice. Okay, where was I? I was just over in.
You were returning the audio,
Yeah.
having calculated what the audio should be, and we were going to, outside of that, deduce the length of it, so that we could put a suitable delay into the second piece of audio.
Yeah, I was thinking, oh, you know what? I'll just tap the next reference on HTML audio element. How many of them can there be? And that was a mistake. I'm just tabbing through. I'm not finding anything that is looking like it's another file. So now I'm escaping my way back. What was it? It was low. It was. I'm going to do a search for this. Add event listener. That's where it was. Let's do a search for that. Where are you? elusive bit of code. Oh, no, really? Oh, okay, that's up here in libdom. I don't care about that. Huh. All right, drone game, dice roll, music player. There it is right there. That's what we want. Okay. That's what I want. And then I'm going to come down here. Audio, add event listener, load metadata. Then we're going to get that duration. And then we're going to get a duration in seconds, but I think I'm okay with the duration just being in milliseconds. But I think I might want to just say what it is. Milliseconds is that. And then I've got, what's this false for here? Woo!
Surely Dev is in the house.
Yeah.
Early devs here, so now we can have a party.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this or not, but in Mark Miller School of Dancing, I just sit on a chair and dance the whole time. That's how I teach people to dance. Step one is bring your chair into the dance room, right? How to get to the front of the line with your chair. That's one of the courses I teach. Okay, so now...
You were inquiring as to what the false was. I'm assuming it's a parameter passed to the event listener, loaded metadata, but I'm not sure what it's for.
Oh, thanks for getting me back on track. It's my options. Argument is listener-specific options. In case the message behaves exactly as if the
false
value
is a very strange set of options.
Specified as options captured. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I think this is what gets passed to that right there. I think. That's what I think is going on. These are the options. It says the options argument is the middle paragraph.
Oh, I see. Right.
For compatibility, this can be a Boolean, in which case the method behaves exactly as if the value was specified as options capture. I'm not sure what that means. When set to true, options capture prevents callback from being invoked. When the events phase attribute is in the bubbling phase. When false or not present, the callback will not be invoked. When event phase attribute is capturing phase, which I'm not sure what that is. Either way, callback will be invoked if event phase attribute value is at target. I feel like I need a link here that says, hey, to really understand this, click here, and to get me there. But what I'm gonna do is, since I know this is working before, I'm gonna just move forward there. Next, I essentially need to take this block and put it inside there, I think. And I think the best way to do that is let's start extracting some code, is what I'd like to do. Let's extract some functions here. So we'll call this play. I'm going to copy this right here. Play attack commentary with max damage. Like that. I got my eyes on the code, Roy. If you see anything in the chat room, let me know that I need to.
That's all right. Absolutely nothing disastrous is happening at all. Just sex positive talking with Surly Dev.
Ah! 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 It's not going to go well.
What could possibly go wrong?
The doc needs some refinement. What are they talking about? The doc for us, or was they talking about? They're talking about the documentation for what we just had up there. That's what it was. Okay, so I've got that now. I don't feel really like I need to extract any of this here. I could do this. This is kind of long. Yeah, let's do this. So here we go. This dot play attack commentary, play successful attack commentary, like that. And then this from here to here is going to be a failure. Let's see if I can extract that method. Looks like I can. Nice. So we're going to say extract that, and we're gonna call it play failed attack commentary. Like that. Uh-oh, you're laughing. It's not good. What's going on?
There was a comparison to Grover from Sesame Street, and Sex Positive says Mark Miller is Grover.
Kind of. And Ernie. I'm Grover, Ernie, Oscar, and Animal combined, I think. What do you think about that, Karen?
Ernie, Oscar, no, you're not so much Oscar. More like
Snuffleupagus? All right, fine. I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Nobody but me sees you because you're always at your computer. So I'm Big Bird to your Snuffy.
Okay, I think that's okay. I think I'm all right with that. All right. So now we've got this nice and simple thing here, and now we can come down here, and we can come in and say,
Really?
Grovosaurus! Oh my God! Why?
Is
this
everybody here today?
happening? Oh my God!
Cue Deep Water.
Q Deep Water? Is Deep Water out there?
That's the only one I can think of we haven't seen.
There's others, but you know what we haven't seen in a while? Codeman Codes. And I'm gonna do it just now. Here it's Codeman Codes. Because it's a good one. We haven't seen this one in a while. And I'm not sure why. Such a thoughtful Codeman Codes. It's like thinking about a problem. Super Codeman there. Regex? Maybe? Maybe Regex? Nah. I don't know. Code. I've got it. Okay, that was Codeman Codes. Sometimes there's a little bit of sense of humor here on the show. Okay. I think, and then I'm passing in duration milliseconds right here. This call isn't going, but the bind is here, so it should work. I just can't get a connection between these two. Like I can't drill into it. Time to play. I'm going to call this my delay.
What's the drill in that you can't do?
I'll show you in a second. Delay play milliseconds. I can't do a drill in from here or here because it's a bind call. It's that this is not clear to the environment.
So you can rig. Well, it depends what you want this to be. If you take the bind off and instead use the lambda syntax instead of the keyword function,
yes.
Does that produce what you need?
I think you're right, and I just forget the lambda syntax.
So it's just equals greater than. Yeah. So now this is the actual this that we're in. So the class instance.
What about active song? What's wrong with? Oh, it's audio. That's good because we had an error that we wouldn't have seen. And now I can tap the next reference in it. There we go. So that was old code. The lambda's new, I guess, and that's how we fix it. All right. Good. Let's refresh and see now what we're looking for now on the refresh here when we roll the dice is for that commentary sound to come in right after the dice are known. Let's try again. So let's see. Great act. Give him advantage. We haven't seen the advantage work. We need to figure that out.
Yeah.
Definitely need to look at that for tonight's game. We got a game today.
I feel like that was working yesterday though.
It's the hit.
That was surprising. Look at this. Look at all of this that's going on. We've got even, it's like hit a whole bunch of times.
But yeah, it's like even the wave file there was like building because of many instances, it felt like. Did we somehow do this in a non-quote safe way so it just happened dozens of times?
I'm not sure what's going on. What you want to do? I don't know. What you want to do? I know that. That's like some of my, they influence how I behave.
They were up on the pylon yesterday in our neighborhood.
Oh, that's right. I showed that picture. That was crazy. So let me show you that picture, kids. Let's go find that out there. Twitter.com. What's going on here? Where's my tweets? Where's my tweets? I don't see a link to my tweets. What can I do? I have to hit, I'm on home. more. I'm not used to this UI here. Let's bring up tweet that. Can I find my tweets here? I know how to find it on my phone. Here we go. This is the piece. This is what I'm talking about.
Ooh, wow.
So, can I zoom in here? I guess I gotta kind of cheaply zoom in here. Whoops, wrong button. You kind of see.
They're just hovering menacingly.
Yeah, they're vultures. They're all vultures. You can
Is
really
that a
only
relatively recent development? Because we had something similar to that. We live by the coast, a lot of seagulls and stuff. But during sort of lockdown period, we got an awful lot of crows just suddenly show up because the humans weren't around very much.
Uh-huh.
And it was like, we came back outside and thought, what are you guys doing here?
Yeah, I know. I was like thinking about taking a nap on my walk, just down laying in the middle of the road for a little bit. Then I thought maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not the best
Maybe
move.
not a good idea to do that. Let's jump over to this. I really have a negative impression on Corel Paint Shop Pro now. I've been using it for years, and now I'm like ready to so give it up. All right, here we go. Now it's not so pixelated as I zoom in. You can kind of get a sense of that they are in fact vultures. Copy image. Come in over here. It's kind of a better picture of it. There you can kind of see the color of them there. Isn't that crazy? Just like
Yeah.
it's loaded. They're like well, Mark.
We can find all the carrion from here.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good to be carrion.
Smoothie says that's 2020 just waiting for you to drop dead.
I know, isn't it? It's totally 2020. All right, what changed? Just in case. Let's do this. Let's just comment this out for a second. Really, is it just those 2 lines of code? And there's the refresh. And let's bring up the great apps.
Three.
That was totally it.
Wow. So the event gets fired many times?
Let me make sure there's nothing else going on. What was also bizarre about it is we saw multiple text floats of the
Yeah.
it's only playing MP3s. Is it possible that this is the loaded metadata is coming in more than once?
But if that's the case, why were... Wow, hang on. Does the successful attackrometry and failed attack, does that lead to the text coming up as well?
No, it doesn't. I was just looking through that. It's just got play MP3N calls right here.
And yet commenting that out
Yeah.
does appear to have fixed both the visual and the audio.
Yes. That's what's so bizarre to me about this whole thing. Yeah, I'm not getting it. I've uncommented it again, and I'm refreshing, and we're rolling the dice. Let's try disadvantage. Did we get that? Nope. Gotta figure that out.
Three.
Just in case you weren't sure.
Maybe it's not actually loading up multiple texts, is maybe what's happening here. I think this is definitely getting called more than once. Load metadata. Loaded metadata is getting called more than once. I wonder if I can come in and just do a count on it. We're only going to do it once here. So do something like this. Already played commentary. Set it equal to false. I hate that. I need to fix that template so it works there. And then we're going to come down here and we're going to say set it to true. And then we're going to say if already played commentary, then just get out of the function. or maybe a remove event listener. I'm not sure. That's kind of my idea there. You want to do this, I think. Let's see if that works.
Yeah, that should work at least. If it doesn't, I'll be very surprised.
It's a little bizarre what's happening. It's like, I'm like, really? Okay, let's go do the attack.
That is a hit.
I'm going to go with that. Didn't work. Just as a guess. It's quite intense, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm wondering if we can actually impact this out of there because it's a lambda. I thought we could for the next call, but that may not be the case.
I think the return kicks out of the lambda, but not out of the play attack commentary.
Okay, I'm going to try this. And I'm going to say, I'm going to make it a this. I want to set it to false here. And then set it to true here. See if that changes it at all. A little obnoxious though, isn't it? I'm going to get ready to, let's refresh it again. I'm going to have my mouse hovering over it. I don't know if I can stop the sound, but I'll have my mouse over it, and if it doesn't work, to turn off the Mr. Movie says I'm awake now. All right, that didn't work.
Okay. This suggests that play attack commentary is being called repeatedly as well, there, doesn't it? Mind you, see, no, that didn't even work. I can imagine if it had been being called more than once, then you've got your internal variable, which was previously local to play attack commentary, which didn't matter if it was getting set because a second call was coming in. But this is almost like a second instance of dice sounds, which doesn't sound plausible.
Yeah. Screwshot just did, I think, the bug. Is that right? And it didn't work?
I
Awesome.
think it came up
I
a
think,
little while back.
I think the... Let me try bug. Why isn't bug working for Screwshot? Is it the wrong one? Is that what it is? Oh, no, that's bug. I don't know why that didn't work for you, Screwshot.
I think it might have worked.
Oh, it did work? I just didn't see it? Oh, maybe, you know what?
yeah.
It was before. Okay, Screwshot said, does it work? I just looked away. How you doing, babe?
I'm coming.
You want to say hi?
Yeah, I do want to come say hi. You know why?
No, I don't. No. Don't push my old desk out.
I have to.
Honey.
This is so complicated.
All right,
I have to say hi because tonight is an important episode of Dragon Numbers. We are getting... Yeah, you have to play the music.
What music for Dragon Hunter Scene?
Who just said, can we get her to dance? Is that me?
Jetsam said, can we get her to dance?
Always.
That's
Always.
easy. All you need is a table.
All
and
you need
she'll
is a
kick
table and kind of an audience, I guess, they or a stage. It's like 20 years ago.
in.
I can hear the music.
We don't hit our heads. That would be dangerous. They're so big.
Actually, so here's something kind of funny. When we actually go dancing in real life, I am kind of a crazy and flailing dancer. So Mark Miller is constantly like trying to make sure I don't bump into anything or hit my head on anything. So his dancing.
Is your minder?
Yes,
Send him ahead of
exactly
you
right.
to clear the way.
Yeah, he's like if I were a furry and a mascot uniform, he would be my handler. Yeah, Merkin dances in real life. So we go dancing frequently and frequently clear the entire floor because, and I am a flailer, and as you can imagine, Mark Miller has very long limbs. So yeah, he once got in trouble.
That works kind of well.
Yeah, it was really yeah exactly because he's like Mrs. Incredible.
A good match.
My head is about to hit, and all of a sudden, whoop,
Did you see this? Surly tucked a $1 bill into my belt.
Ooh.
I'm making some money on the show. I told you, honey.
Yeah, this show's really raking it in.
I told you.
Surly.
Told you I would pay it. It would pay off. Just gotta believe me.
We need everybody here to come watch the show tonight. Tonight's show is going to be stellar. We've had a few weeks where like we haven't had everybody together. Everyone hasn't been in their same place. So tonight is the night when the gang is back together.
So there it is. That's it. Links back there in the chat room, kids. Dragon.
Oh, good. Thanks.
Twitch.tv/DragonHumpers. Give us a follow. Surely Dev's like, I'll try to wake up for it. Everybody that's in England and east of there is is like, come on, Karen, that's like 3 in the morning
I
or
know,
2 in the morning
I
our
know.
time.
I'm sorry about that. Well, watch it later, I guess. But we would love an audience tonight because we want to get some really good clips. All right, Surly. Lady is waiting for you to come back, Surly. She's been missing you. She has pictures of you taped to her wall.
Well, tonight is like the last 2 nights. I will be awake, says
Oh, I'm
Copper
sorry
Beardy.
about that.
Copper Beardy says.
That sounds
Okay.
like a sleepless night. All right. So,
All
do
right.
you want a code now or something?
Yeah, I was just gonna get the rest of me before you pull me apart. All right. Okay, nothing but professionalism on this show. Move my desk
Oh,
back.
yeah.
I'm sure Lady didn't even realize I was away. I don't think that's true, Shirley. I think she talked about you, as I recall, but I could be wrong. I think I'm pretty sure she did. Okay, what the heck is going on?
We have a strange bug which appears to be causing a re-entrancy issue of some kind, so that both audio and visual are playing an excessive number of times with a fractional delay between them, as is sort of the nature of these things, so that there's a huge echo both visually and in audio. The question is why.
Yeah. It is. That is kind of an interesting question, isn't it? I think I want to do a couple things. Let's do a console log on this. Like that. So we throw that out. Just also tell us how many times it's getting called. Let's do console log here. Like that. So if we see like one of these and hundreds of these, that'll be like, okay. And what's interesting is that this should totally work, right?
Yeah.
We don't have a recursive call in here. Commentary. The announcer commentary. Yeah. So this is only called from one place. So there's no way that the calls to these down here are going to, come back in here in any way. That's not going to happen. I don't think the visual part. I think the visual part of it is a side effect of the system being like overloaded, is what I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's actually triggering it.
That's plausible, yeah.
What about removing event listener? Is that an option here? Is there remove? Wait, event listener.
There you go.
And I bet it's just going to IntelliSense me on this, right? Loaded metadata. Is that all I need?
Well, this is where I get a little confused, because in theory, the handler is the thing you're going to remove, i.e. the listener, but you're in the handler. You can't pass a reference easily. Unless if you don't pass anything, it'll still just work.
Yeah, I could change this to a method. I wonder if I can extract that. I can't extract that. But, can I extract
That's true.
this?
Are you capturing anything from outside, though? So max damage, for example, is coming in.
Hold on,
I guess the extraction should take care of that.
I'm thinking that. Is that. Can I extract that? There we go. I just had to get the right thing. Extract a method in dice sounds. Let's try this. We're going to add an event listener, and the event listener is going to be play, attack, follow-up. Okay, and now I should be able to now remove
Yes.
the event listener from here.
Um,
And it's interesting. It's got a
that's
return
not right, is
on
it?
this.
There's a
It's return. I'm looking at the declaration right here. So it's expecting audio element event coming in. I still think I can clean it up here. I think I can say like audio dot remove event listener loaded metadata, and then I think it's going to be, is it all that? Is that true or not?
I don't. It'll return something that is, to all intents and purposes, having the same values as the previous one, but I don't know that it'll be the same instance of, and as a result, I don't know whether it will remove.
I wonder if I can do this, like without all of the pieces. No, it looks like it wanted all of those in there. Yeah, I don't know. This doesn't feel necessarily right to me either.
Because I think if you read the original add event listener, what happens is it does a direct call to play attack follow-up with those values and returns the result and attaches to that. So you don't actually want the play attack follow-up to be removed. You want the lambda it returns.
Oh, really?
But the trouble is that if you're returning that, you're returning it to a place outside of it, so you can't have a reference. You could store it on the class.
Yeah.
That's what you could do. So you could assign.
So
yeah, you
just
could
so we're
assign
clear,
the result to this dot my handler.
that's the type right there, I think, right? Do we agree with that?
Yeah.
So we're going to say my audio handler. Put that H uppercase. Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
It's gonna work, and then we're gonna say my audio handler is this dot my audio handler is equal to that.
Yeah.
You feel better about this, Roy? I'm glad you said this, because this
do.
would not have occurred to me. I would have been like, and then pass in my audio handler.
It feels like it's a little complicated, but I believe it's more accurate than we had. And so now from within, we can do a remove that references that same field, presumably on it not being null. So this dot my audio handler needs to be copied and referenced in the remove event listener.
Wow. Okay.
Now there may be a simpler way to do it, but as I say, I think that's at least consistent with itself now.
We're going to go in here. We're going to go to the die roller, and looks like that's been refreshed. Refresh the data.
He's awesome!
Yeah, he's awesome.
He hasn't got it to work yet. Might all be wrong.
Oh, it's on two different places. Guys, hold on. We may have a...
And have you interacted with the one?
Okay.
Because without that, it won't have any sound, right?
Right, and it's probably muted anyway, but I wanted to go and look at it before we...
Oh, that's true. You put some good...
ears. Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. Add event listener of null.
It's loading them. It's doing a whole bunch of these. 0A. Yep, we don't have a 0A. That's true. Cannot read a property of add event listener of null. Audio. We got a null in there.
Did we not return the thing we think from plane number?
Nope, we're clearly returning it. Let me return it even faster. There you go.
Oh, we're doing 2-play MP3s.
We're doing two.
Well, the 108 plays the MP3, but doesn't the 109 as well?
Yes, that's an issue. I don't think, is that going to be the
It
problem?
can't be the entirety of it. I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be nice if it was, but
I don't think that's the entirety of it. Let's come over here. I think I don't have a 0 in here. I don't have any protection if there's the file's not found. I guess I'm not going to worry about that for now. Let's refresh that and refresh the data. And let's roll an attack. I'm just going to turn it off. Sorry. Turn it off there. Let's search console. Hey, no issues in the console.
console's happier. Good.
Let's turn on the sound. Let's unmute the site. Okay. And let's roll the dice again.
That is a hit. On.
Wow.
Spectacular miss.
That was it.
That was it. We
had
So
2
call-
calls to play.
2 calls creates that issue.
Something else. There must be something else going in there, but that's interesting. Does that mean this is no longer needed? Let's turn that off for a second. Because if that's no longer needed, we can simplify a lot of this code. So I'm not going to remove it anymore. And we've got on the main one, we'll refresh it and roll again.
Hit.
That's it.
Yeah, but I heard hit at the same time I
I
heard
heard an
11.
11. There was a very short distance between the two. So there was no real delay being applied.
Yeah.
Mind you, have we actually rewritten the code to do that? Because we return the audio object, but I don't think we then try to do any fake calculation. Was there a fixed 4,000 applied?
Coding Gorilla is asking what we're doing with the audio element after the sound is played. Nothing. It's like a local here.
We throw it on the pile of previous audio elements.
We
that
give
we've
it to the
used.
garbage collector and we say, go do it. You take care of it. Sometimes we keep audio elements around. There's some cases, I know earlier in the show when I was tabbing the next reference, I found a bunch of these right here. Is it added to the DOM though? I don't know. Let's see. Play number. Save play MP3 return audio. Where is this created? It's new audio here. So I'm not sure. It's added to the DOM or not in that it doesn't seem like it is, but maybe for folks who know more about this than I do, that might be something that's happening there.
I've not seen anything that causes it myself. That being the case,
Yeah.
I have not seen all the code, so
Yeah. So that's what's going on there. What's happening here? You're saying you should be constant? You're saying the same there. Const. All right. So I think there was no difference there, but we had a problem where we didn't hear it. We didn't hear it after the right amount of time.
I don't think there's a delay anymore. I think we took the delay out.
No, I don't think so. The delay's there. It was there. We wrote it. We just haven't. And I think it.
What happens in play attack follow-up? Because we did have a delay,
So here it
which
is.
was being done inside of.
Take a look. Duration milliseconds. Passed in here.
Okay.
Time to play number. We should call this delay. Delay milliseconds, like that. Play MP3 in, then we pass it in there as the delay. Or we pass it in here. And again, delay milliseconds. So this should all be working if that delay milliseconds is right, but I'm not sure
But
what it is.
didn't you say something about it was a value that we were getting, that when we try to get the duration of an audio object, it's not an immediate return?
Right. That's why we've got this. That's why we've got the add event listener to get the audio handler right there. That's what's happening. So this should be right. When we see
Right.
duration milliseconds, it should be right. Let's try again, and we'll look at the console log and see what we can find over here. So yeah, it should be working. I don't, I think we say that more on the show than anywhere else. Okay. Tony Gorilla says, yeah, since you're creating the audio element each time, then it makes sense you don't need to remove the listener. Yes. That's where you were getting at. I was kind of agreeing with that. I was feeling the same thing. Okay. Hold on a second. When Karen was here, I see what she did.
What? Not my fault.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Okay. You were at my desk, hon. It's like, go watch
There's
the
video
show.
evidence.
Just like just now.
5 is a hit.
I feel like that worked. Uh-oh. Duration
There we go. We've got a
milliseconds.
milliseconds versus seconds issue.
Yeah.
That would explain it. Duration is not in milliseconds.
That's it. That's probably going to fix it. Okay, so let's refresh. Make sure I'm getting the. Whoops. I want to get a full refresh of the cache in OBS. Send the data over. So now we're only in OBS, and I want to close down this so we don't have any other sound effects. And let's just play now.
$16 hits.
Okay.
That's near perfect.
Yeah, I think it was
In that particular instance, at least.
Yeah, I think it was not bad. It was. Let's try another one.
One. Oh, spectacular miss.
I quite like the sort of timing on that. There's the calling out of the 1, then Fred drops his axe, which is a distraction from the fact that there's a gap between the 1 and the actual articulation.
It felt like it was too slow.
13. That is a hit.
It feels too slow to me.
Yeah?
It does.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm
I
not
assume
sure
that's
why.
because we've got some dead air in the audio files, perhaps.
Not much. There's not much. So like we just heard what 13, I think is what we heard.
Yeah.
There are 3 of the 13s, but I'll open them all up for you. And you can take a look at them. There's not much at the end. And there's nothing at the beginning. So one of the things that I really learned when creating sound effects, like for stuff on the show, so here's the full picture. So of like 13B.
13.
Yeah, I might come in and say it could be this ending.
13.
It's the ending. It is. It adds like about 700 milliseconds.
It looks about 30% of the length of it.
What's this though? How long is that? That is going from. I just hit this. What's the duration? It's about a half a second. So yeah, the problem is what's going on is there's this decay of the effect. I can't just stop it here, otherwise you hear it, the stop. But I
Yeah.
need to kind of know what the real length of it is. I think we're going to have to say, okay, let's subtract at least 400 milliseconds from it. Let's try
Yeah.
that and see if we kind of get a sweet spot in here. So I'm going to still do times 1,000, but then I'm just going to take 400 at the end, like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do. Let's refresh that. Kind of interesting. Unexpected issues. I thought this was all just going to work for a moment. I was actually afraid that it was going to be we'd be done with it and it'd be over. I'm hitting a attack button and nothing is happening. Funny, we do have that audio, but we can't play that here on the family show. It does exist, but it's not. I'm suppressing it for the show. I'm trying to figure out why hitting attack isn't doing anything now. Oh, did I not hit a button? I did. Cryptodor is here. C Films is here.
11 hits.
Welcome, C Films. Hey, that sounded good. I wasn't paying as much attention.
That wasn't bad.
That was not bad. I'm almost thinking the 13 was the one that had there was one 13 that had only 4.
I'd be interested to see what happens if you hit a single digit number, which is inherently shorter, with that minus 400 still.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's just keep hitting. Keep it rolling. Got a 9.
9. It's a hit.
That
So
worked.
that was a long 9, though.
It was a
right?
long 9.
But it is feeling better, right? It's feeling better than a moment ago, where the delay was too much. Yeah, that's true. Pudding. 11.
11. Making contact. That is a hit.
It's not bad. It feels a little artificial because you're seeing the pitch change. But you know, the other reason I wanted to do this is actually for accessibility.
Yeah.
1.
Good call.
Oh, so embarrassing. That was a spectacular miss.
I'm not sure why we're hearing that audio, because that audio, thought I commented that out to not play it if it was morning time. Oh, yeah, I might want to do this here too. I think I want to do I don't want to function globally to answer this question instead of copying the same code everywhere. But I'm not sure where to put it, where everybody has access to it. It's almost like I need a new file. Let's just stick a to-do in here, so at least I'm... global function. Okay, and I'm going to do I'm going to take this, and I just realized, the highlighting is kind of went away on these for a second. It's supposed to be yellow. There, it's gone. It's back.
Is it because you're considered to still be editing until you move off the line and it commits?
Yeah, but I have to make an edit on another line and then it does it. That's the thing. Okay, so check it out. Let's report that as a code rush issue. All right, kids. So look at my to-do comments. They're in yellow. That's my option. I've set those up in here. Let's go to rich comments. And here it is right there. There's my to-do color, yellow, okay? But watch what happens. I can make a change, and now everything goes to purple. All right, no big deal, I suppose, because I'm in the middle of the line, but I would think that the other lines would be okay. But now watch what happens when I move away from the line. It stays purple, and it doesn't reformat it. So that's a bug. And I'd like that to be fixed. If I go somewhere else and I hit enter or make any change anywhere else, notice it reformats and now they're yellow again. Okay, so that's the bug. Would like to have that fixed. To do comments, not refreshed after editing. That's my issue. Let's put that in. So what version of CodeRush is that in?
It's been there for a while.
Oh, you're asking the
I'm gonna
feature.
say,
Okay.
yeah, the feature's certainly for the whole of this year, surely.
Oops. It's interesting. I'm hitting Control F1, which should be my zoom in key. It's not zooming in here. Why is that? That's weird. That works there, but not with the dialog up. That's weird. It just jumps up here. That's really weird.
Interesting.
Anyway, I was going to zoom in on that there. This feature has been around for a while. I'd say at least 2 years, I think. I think about 2 years, a year or two. And you can modify that inside CodeRush options on the rich comments section right there, where you can enable all kinds of things inside of comments and the colors down here. Okay. All right. Let's. Are we good or not on this? Play field attack commentary. I think I want to do the same kind of thing. I don't have
Right,
my...
Mark. I'm going to take this opportunity to take my leave this evening. I have
Okay.
a previous appointment with my daughter, with whom I am going to build a PC for her to take to university next week.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
It's a very surreal experience, but yeah.
I love it.
So enjoy, guys. We'll see you on the morrow.
All right, buddy. See you tomorrow.
Bye bye.
Okay, how's the volume now? Smoopy, let me know. I think I'm gonna walk away from this. Shirley says, you have a daughter who's old enough for university? Wow. You talking about me? You don't want to know what Karen's saying, guys. It's important to have a really good pose when the song ends. That's also, you'll learn that at the Mark Miller School of Dance. Karen says, I have a daughter who's 30. That might be true. Yeah. Oh, there she is right there. She's in the chat room. Oh, brother. Thanks for your help, Karen. Really appreciate that. Okay, let's go after this weird bug where when I say, you've got advantage and you roll, you don't have advantage. Like, when did that happen? I almost wonder if it's a state bug.
10. Hit.
That sounded good. I like that. I almost wonder if we go to like bring up somebody else's dagger and we roll the dice with, is it going to work this time? Is it only like with Fred? Yeah, I think it was a state bug. We come back over to Fred now. What's going to happen? Is it reproducible with Fred? 4. That's a miss. Fred. Disadvantage. Is it going to work? It works. Yeah, it was a state bug. It was a state bug the first time in. I think I was supposed to choose another player. Yeah, I'm liking it. Yeah, so I made this decision to emphasize this for accessibility reasons, so that somebody could listen to it, or if we wanted to create a podcast of it. Actually, one of the folks is creating a podcast of the show we do, and putting it out on Spotify, I think, and maybe iTunes too. And so I wanted to make it so that the sounds could tell the story as well. So at least have that commentary from the announcer. So cool, we are closer. We don't have, I don't have any of the miss sounds up. The sounds that say, oh, that's a miss. But those are recorded somewhere, and I think all I have to do is move them out into the right folder, and we'll hear them.
14. That is a hit.
It's not bad. Not bad. Good. I like that. Okay. So, well, since the state bug it goes away as soon as we select another player. I think I'm not going to worry about that. Am I going to end the show now? I think I'm going to do that. Is that what? Yes, your vote is yes, Karen? You want to have a lunch date together? All right. Maybe I'll do that. I'll end the show early today. Actually, that makes sense too, because I've got a conference I'm preparing for this weekend where I have to submit a pre-recorded piece. Yeah, Rory leaves and you end the show. Yeah, Pudding, I'm going to do that, I think. I'm going to end the show, have a lunch date with my wife. I'll be back tomorrow. Is today Thursday, Karen? No, today's Wednesday. So tomorrow, Rory will be back tomorrow. Pudding says it's sad. Well, let's see if we can get you a good, a good streamer to make you happy. I'm sure they're out there. Today is DH Day, Dragon Humpers Day. That's right. We'll see you tonight, Pudding. It's going to be, we think it's going to be good. Let's see if we can raid out here. Code It Live? I don't think I've raided Code It Live before. Let's go start that raid over there. What's available for screen protection support on the web? Looks like they're doing some cool map-related stuff over there with React. That's my guess. Can't wait to explode Zephyr. That might be, oh, well, I don't know. Maybe Zephyr will become so awesome you won't have to do it. You won't want to explode him anymore. Until next time, kids, see you, Coding Gorilla. Thanks, everybody, for showing up. Design Patterns, if you're still out there, let me know. What do you mean, Mark? What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. My daughter's 30. Yeah, the Pudding's like, I don't know, man, it's Zephyr. We'll see you, kids. Go say hi to Code It Live for me. Have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Oh, Design Patterns, if you're still out there, let me know what you want with regards to, it looks like Design Patterns is left. Who else is out there? Screech Rat. Let me know if you want something, Screech Rat, for your fanfare. If you have a preference, let me know. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, kids. All right. Yeah.